Right, welcome back, people, to Northside LDN. And today we've got special guest, Arsenal fan, Prince Fouad. Is it Fouad?
Fuad.
Fuad, right. Fuad, correction.
Yeah,
Prince
Fuad.
Fuad. Yeah, we got him on. So we got a special guest on today. How you doing, my bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good, brother. How you feeling?
I'm alright, man. A little bit under the weather. Got my Shazine here, got my tea. Man's good, isn't it? Man's good. Keep it moving, isn't it? You know how it
Let me say
is.
something. Your area is cold, man. That's it. North London's cold, man.
Trust me, London's freezing right now. London
London's
is
freezing, bro.
freezing. I'm telling
Yeah,
you. But yeah, how you been though, man? You went to the game, yeah? You went to the Sunderland
yeah.
game.
I was up there yesterday. I watched the game. Good
What was your thoughts
performance.
on the game?
To be honest with you, I thought they scored. Obviously, they took the we were 2-0 up, and then you could see they were a bit sloppy.
Yeah.
And then you could just see then. I think in the second half, I think Arteta gave them a good drilling, and they come out and they just played well. And obviously it was good to see that young boy come on and score. That young,
Yeah.
good to see him score. Yeah, it was good. Like, Nketiah obviously scored a hat trick,
Yeah.
but it's mixed emotions with Nketiah. He's good in cup games, but then league games, like, he can't score from 2 yards. So I don't get him. Like, he scores
Yeah,
hard goals. I don't get him. Like,
that's the thing, some people were saying, oh, should we keep the guy, and he's a decent striker. He's always been good in cup games. I think he's got 9 goals and 9 appearances in the
yeah, that's
cup.
right.
But at the end of the day, you play in the Premier League, and that's your bread and butter. And if you're not good enough in the league, then unfortunately you're gonna have to go to another team. And maybe he might suit better to being a big fish in a small pond. Maybe a West Brom, maybe a
Yeah,
Sunderland, maybe that is his level. We always want to see our academy youth do well, but sometimes they're not good enough. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're not good enough. Unfortunately for us, he's got 6 months left, and we haven't tied him down. And he's not the only one. I know Lacazette's not a young player. He's another one with 6 months. And, you know, uh, performing against Sunderland, all due respect to Sunderland, it's Sunderland, bro. So it's kind of like, that's not the level,
yeah.
is it? Do you know what I
But
mean?
bro, do you know a player who frustrates me is Pepe. When people say,
Why is
"Oh,
that?
why don't?" It's because Pepe is a guy, all right, who's got, when a ball comes to him, he can take on players. Matt is wicked at doing it. He's wicked. He's a good wicked finisher, but he just wants the ball to him. He's lazy. He's just one of them lazy players. It's like yesterday we were watching him, and as I said to him, "Look how lazy he is. Like, he's proper lazy. You
Do you
can see
think I
why."
completely, I'm not going to lie, I completely disagree. Like, I feel
Yeah,
like,
bro, he's lazy. Honestly, no. When you watch him, he's lazy. Like, he can't. Sometimes he can be bothered. Sometimes he can't. And it's like
yo,
yesterday, I'll give you an example. Right? Yesterday, he lost the ball
yeah,
against Sunderland, okay? And if that was like against Liverpool, against Liverpool, and say a big team, that would have cost us a goal. It costs you a goal. It costs you
okay.
a goal.
Okay, but did he not set up two of Nketiah's goals? Did he not score a goal?
Oh
So
no, that's what I'm saying. He's when the ball's look. I'm not gonna say he is a phenomenal player. I'm not saying he's not phenomenal. I'm just saying he's a bit lazy, bro. That's why I think he's a bit lazy when he's off the ball, and sometimes like he'll make them runs, and sometimes he's offside, and stuff. But he's not. I'm not saying he's got to. Like I said, if he gets his head together, he will be. He's got the tools to be one of the best players in the world. But I just find him a bit lazy sometimes. That's all.
they're not agreeing with you in the chat over here. Love
I
Arsenal,
know.
hate Cronky, saying Pepe 11 duels won yesterday, most on the pitch.
Yeah, but it's against Sunderland, isn't it?
Yeah, but he hasn't
Sunderland.
been given any minutes.
Yeah, but you can see why. Like, sometimes you can see why, bro. Because All right, listen. When Arsenal do lose 3-1 or 4-1 or 5-1,
Yeah,
and he loses the ball, like I tell you, we only play. Let's say it was Sunderland. You can get away with Sunderland. They're League One. But if that was Mo Salah, Mane, or Cristiano Ronaldo, or Bruno Fernandes, or Bernard on the wing, you know already the outcome. If Sunderland can do that by being sloppy, obviously that was nothing to do with Pepe, but he did lose the ball a few times in the middle. Like where I was sat, I seen him get tackled like a few times, and he couldn't be asked getting back. So big games, that's why I think that's his downfall. I think if he could just stride more and get back on the ball more and win the ball back, I think he'll be one of the, I tell you, I told you he's phenomenal. I'm not saying nothing about his talent. His talent's there, like,
Yeah.
you know. But what impressed me yesterday was, do you know what? I rate Ben White, you know, bro. I know a lot of you give him a stick. I rate him, you know. I
I don't
rate
rate
Ben
him, man.
White. What?
I don't rate
I
him.
know.
But quickly on the Pepe thing, yeah, I just feel
Yeah.
like it was the same thing with Martinelli. A lot of people, there was a lot of Arsenal fans that were bigging up Martinelli before, but there's a lot of
Mm.
Arsenal fans that weren't giving him his props, you know, and it was because he wasn't given the minutes to show how
Yeah.
good he is to this team. I remember when he was under Emery and he ran through the whole Chelsea midfield, you know what I mean? There was glimpses of what he can do. And I've seen the same with Pepe.
Oh
Last
no,
season,
Pepe's quality. I agree with you.
but he's
I'm
an
not.
attacker. So the main thing
Yeah.
that he needs to do is attack. And going forward, he's excellent. I think
No,
one
no,
gripe
yeah,
that
yeah.
all Arsenal fans had before was Pepe took too long on the ball. Whereas we've seen Saka and Martinelli be a lot more direct. And that's why at first I thought he was going for them because they're more direct. Pepe sometimes stumbles over his own legs, but I think he's actually starting to cut that out of his game. In the last match, he wasn't really doing that. Do you know what I mean? And he was being more
Yeah.
direct. And he was the one involved with almost every chance
Oh
that we
no,
had
he's like I
against
said.
Sunderland.
I just think with me myself, he is phenomenal. But I think for him to get on the pitch, that's the manager's way he wants to play. I think Arteta's way is like you got to get back. I
No, he
just think,
definitely has to defend. We definitely have to
yeah,
defend. I
that's the
mean, we've
only
seen it.
thing. That's his downfall a little bit. He's a bit lazy, but not for us. But like I said to you, anything else, he's phenomenal. You know, he is. But you never know. Let's see there's a second half of this season, and let's see what Arteta does with him. You know, I think Pepe is in his plans. I don't think he's gonna. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's gonna sell." Pepe ain't going nowhere. I don't think he'll sell him. I
See,
think I think he'll end up playing him somewhere down the line. Because
yeah, see, the thing is, for me, it's just like, I just feel like he's class, man. And I feel like he ain't been given a chance. And I feel like he's a very, very good winger. Like Saka, there was a time where Saka he was performing well, but he wasn't actually scoring that many goals. I think it's the last 4 or 5 matches that he started to actually add goals to his
goals,
game.
yeah.
I do rate Saka, and I know
I
he's,
know,
a
but
lot.
he got to bring more to his game. Like Pepe's got it, but Saka's got the work rate.
But at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? You're supposed to assist or score in it. Like that's
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
the most
No.
important thing, innit?
You're right on there. I
As
can't
a,
even
as a, as
argue
a
with that.
winger, like for me, I just feel like he ain't been given the minutes, and also it's criminal giving players like Lacazette and Nketiah that got 6 months. He's always bringing him on before he's bringing on Pepe. Like you can't justify that. We spend 70 mil on this player. You got to make him come good because even
No,
in the investment thing, you've just invested
yeah,
70 mil on this guy. You got to make him work. Do you know what I'm saying?
but
I'm not saying he has the right to be in the starting lineup, but when I'm
no,
seeing
but yeah,
Xhaka come
yeah.
back, Xhaka's been terrible. Why does he get so many minutes? Flipping Saka, no, sorry, Xhaka gets bare minutes, yeah? Ben White has been shaky in certain games for me. I don't think he's all that. He always flipping plays. You know what I mean? There's loads of players that just walk in.
No, I rate Ben White for that. I rate him. You
I
know.
don't think he's all that. We had a free kick outside of our box, yeah, for Sunderland. Who was there marking him? They headed it. Luckily, the Sunderland player put the ball wide. You know what I mean? Where was Ben White? Why was he?
But
Why wasn't he commanding the defense? Why was
yeah,
he
but
not marking
you know
man?
Ben White. Ben White has when he plays with Holding, then he ain't gonna be looking like Holding yesterday. It was his fault because you can hear Ben White saying come across, or close him down, whatever. Just close him down, and you can see Holding already. You can see the goal was coming from a mile away because Holding is just there watching ball watching. As soon as that ball got played through, it was too late. He was in. He scored. He chipped the keeper, didn't he? He chipped Leno. But I know the reason why I rate Ben White because him and Gabriel together they play really well.
Yeah,
And the thing is, he gets, you know what, to be honest with you, Arsenal fans give him a lot of stick. But you know, like when we went to Anfield, all right, I was in that game, all right, when we lost 4-0. It wasn't like Arsenal, like, and obviously the score reflects 4-0, and Liverpool are a much better side than us. But the defense, I don't think they did anything wrong. Obviously, the Portuguese young guy who's inexperienced, Tavares, who bring the ball out and give the ball to Salah, they're going to hurt you when I think things like that happen. But I think the midfield, we had no midfield in our game in Anfield. Or the defence, they hold their ground for 45 minutes. Like it's hard when you got Salah, Mane, Firmino, Jota coming at you. It's not easy to defend against them, man. For like 45 for half an hour, 45 minutes. And obviously then Liverpool, once they break through, they give us a walloping.
Mm.
You
I
know,
just
but
feel like, I don't think he's commanding in the air. I don't think I've seen him as well in this season. Yeah, when strikers are coming towards him, he doesn't challenge them, and then he doesn't mark any of the other opposing players. And I just feel like I don't like iffy defenders. Like either defend or go in for the tackle. Like you got to decide what you're gonna do. And I've seen Ben White like kind of like not go for the challenge, but then not mark his man. The game's passing him by. And
I think
I think
it's Mills.
Gabriel's levels above him, bro. Like Gabriel's
Nah,
way
no,
more
trust
commanding.
me, yo, I'm telling you now, but Ben White and they formed a wicked partnership. They're only going to get better. And the thing is, it's you got to understand. Ben White was, he's coming into a team with no fan, there's a lot of pressure. Like he's coming to Arsenal, the fan base are already cursing him. They haven't given him a chance. And he's a human being at the end of the day, but. The present moment, I think he's doing it. I think he's going to get even better and better, and our defense next are going to get better and better and better. And then they're all young. I see it like that, like they're all young, innit? So in the next few years' time. But this season, we
I
got
don't
to
know,
get
bro.
Champions League
Like
football.
even in the comments right now, we got Pepe last Prem start, Palace at home, subbed against Leicester, bench for a month, subbed against Southampton. This is how he's been misused, bro. And I feel like Ben White out of our defense, I think they're okay against the bottom half teams. But every time we've come up against Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea,
Yeah.
Brentford, the team that attack, we've capitulated. So, and I feel like Ben White has been part of
Do you
that.
know? Do you know
So,
what, though? I know. I watch this a lot of like. Obviously, I watch this a lot of people like YouTube, yourself, and a lot of them channels, and I watch this when you go live on the league show, and I watch. But sometimes I know people get frustrated. Why can Brighton do it? Why West Ham can do it? Why when they go to Anfield or not? Because to be honest with you, it's like these players are like human beings, but I see like this. I see, when they come to Arsenal, these players are automatically motivated. And they're already, especially Liverpool, like what we did to them in '89 when they won the league. And we've always had a bit of banter in history with them because we really knocked them off their perch. George Graham knocked them off their perch because they had to score a thing. And I think when we go there, when Arsenal go to Anfield, it's like Arsenal fans got to realise them players are hype, bro. We've got history with them. Well, like if you were a Liverpool player now and Arsenal are in town, you're going to be hyped, bro. We got to do it for the fans thing. If Brighton's in town, you're like, oh, it's Brighton, it's shit.
yeah, but that's not the mentality I want at this club. At the end of the day, if the shirt's too heavy, go to another team.
No, but I'm saying I'm not
If
about
Ben White
Arsenal.
thinks it's too
I'm
hard
about
to be at
Liverpool
Arsenal,
players.
stay at Brighton, bro. Stay
No,
at Brighton.
I'm on about Liverpool. When Liverpool got to play Arsenal, they're hyped up. They're
Okay, cool.
automatic for some reason.
Okay.
They just turned it on against us. They
Okay,
always have.
why did Conte come to a Tottenham team that is a shell of a team that they were under Poch getting to the Champions League final? Everyone's telling Tottenham that they need a massive rebuild. Yeah, how come he comes there with none of his players, unlike Arteta, that spent almost 300 mil, and he gets a result there? Because you can say the same thing. They haven't got the players to contend, but because the manager's world class, and that's what's going to cost us.
But you know what? No fair. You gotta think. It's like Liverpool. Like Klopp come out and said like Tottenham's had a few rests, few weeks. They've had like a few rests, few weeks off. Liverpool be playing week in, week in, and at the same time, King should have got sent off, and they should have the penalty. Liverpool. I know Conte's like he is a phenomenal manager. No one's going to say anything bad about him, but he was a bit lucky against Liverpool at home,
bro.
If that penalty would have went in, Liverpool would have just gone and riot against them.
But at the end of the day, they still have to face the same Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? It's no different. So
No,
we can't shift the goalpost. They went against Liverpool and they got a result. We went there, we got smashed 4-0. What's the excuse? This guy spent the most money the last transfer window. The excuses before he needs his players. He's got his players now. Conte don't have his players. How come he's doing something?
But But I know he's got his players, but they got to adapt to the league, innit? It's like their first season. It's only the first. It's only the first 6 months they've been at his players.
He's been with the majority of these players for now coming 2 years now. He's been in 2 years. Why doesn't it take Conte 2 years?
Like the ones who are performing now, like the likes of all right, Gabriel's been there the longest, but like the ones like Tommy, what's his name? Tommy Yasu, whatever his name is. He coming this summer. The Portuguese Tevez coming this summer. Ben White coming this summer. Ramsdale coming this summer. You know, and Lokonga were coming this summer. So his players, the ones he bought, this we really like. Obviously, Saka was already there. He brought through Smith Rowe. So like they are like getting better. But I agree with you, this season, they got to finish fourth, bro. I agree. They got to finish fourth. Then if Arsenal was a challenge for titles or want to be back in it, they got to finish fourth this season. Because you got his players, so you got no excuse. But at the present moment, he's doing all right. So when he's doing all right, just like he does deserve a bit of credit.
I don't know,
for being
man.
fourth.
I don't like. I get, you know, I'm hearing what you're saying, but for me, it just sounds like there's always excuses for Arsenal. Like at the end of the day, Tottenham faced the same Liverpool we faced. They didn't capitulate, and they probably
they had a few injuries,
they have a worse. They have a worse team. They have a worse team all round. They got obviously Son and Harry Kane. Other than that, their team, we could debate. You know, we could go our 11 for their 11. West Ham have been overachieving. No, West Ham don't spend a lot of money, and they've been overplaying Antonio. Why can they be overachieving? Why is Gerrard gone into Aston Villa less than a year? He's already getting a tune out of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't keep giving excuses. Like at the end of the day, the standards of the big clubs is unfair. But if you're not good enough, then that's why you need to go elsewhere, either a manager or the players, because it's a big club and you're getting paid. You're a paid employee.
No, he does. Listen, the heat. Yeah. But I was saying to you is, with Liverpool without Van Dijk, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, but they're still going to get points above the against the top six, and they're not going to be finishing 8th and 8th, are they?
But where do you think we're going to finish this season? Where do you think, North?
I don't see any difference, bro, because we did this last season. We got 0 points against the big six, and as it stands, we got 0 points against the big six.
But you know, okay, I agree with you now because we ain't got much against the big six. But you know, like this time last year, we were 15 points off top 4. So there is a slight improvement. Like
yeah, but also we've got teams around us that haven't. If it wasn't for COVID and had they played all their games, we wouldn't be at 4th. And also, there's been teams that have been underperforming this season. Man United was supposed to be up there in the top 4. Because of Ole, they dropped off and now they're trying to get back up there. You know what I mean? And trying to get the new manager they want. They got an interim at the moment. You know, Leicester is not banging the way they were banging last season. So these things you have to take into account as well. This whole, we're 4th. Yeah, we've had some things that have gone in our favor. Obviously, we can only beat the teams that are in front of us. But we only beat the teams that are in the bottom half of the league. That's not
our test.
That's not
our
the test, bro.
Is on the 1st of January, right? I'll say our test is the 1st of January. Manchester City.
For me, our test was the start of the season, bro. Like at the end of the day, like the first 3 games, Arsenal fans tried to move it and say, no. The 4th game of the season, now our season starts. No, it doesn't, bro. Because if every other team won their match, yeah, they're 9 points ahead. So it don't. But you can't,
but you know, like. Okay, listen. We should have beat obviously the first. We should have won the first game of the season, but Manchester City and Chelsea is like in this league. There's only 2 teams, and that's Liverpool and Manchester City. Because even Chelsea now, I've seen a lot of fans going on about Chelsea. Listen, Chelsea are only 5 points. Yeah, 5 points difference, and the thing is with Chelsea is like if they lose another game or drop points. I'm not saying they are. If they do, and we gain like we close the gap to like 4 points. Is it 4 points? So they'll be dragged into that top 4.
When have you seen us be consistent against the big 6? Because we're consistent against the lower teams, and even then we haven't been consistent. We haven't even actually been that consistent. We got the first game of the season. We got smashed by Brentford. Everyone was saying, it's a perfect time to face Everton. We got smashed, bro.
No, I can't defend that. I can't defend that, bro.
You know,
listen. I like I said the other day to I was on another live broadcast, and I said some of the decisions Arteta's make, they're undefendable. I'm not going to sit here and say, even though I back the club and the manager, but sometimes it's undefendable. Like I'll be honest with you, some of the decisions Arteta makes is undefendable. So I'm not going to sit here and say like every person who's against him is wrong, because everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I'll be honest with you, sometimes he's undefendable. You can't defend him for his for the things he does, and like for the things he does. Like, to be honest with you, I don't know. It's like with Saliba something. I didn't get that sending Saliba out on loan. You know, I didn't get that. So Guendouzi, I don't know what's going to happen with him. I like stuff like that. You can't really defend stuff like when people like Pepe was scoring and he drops him. You can't defend stuff like that.
Yeah.
The captaincy situation, if he gives it back to, say for instance, he does give it back to Xhaka, you can't defend stuff like that. So yeah, everyone's entitled to an opinion, but like even though people who do support Arteta, not all of them are like, oh yeah, he's right with everything, because he's not. Because he does make.
I just don't feel like I just don't want this guy at my club. Like we could have got Ancelotti levels above this guy. We could have got Conte levels above this guy. You know what I mean? Even when I've seen us miss too many good managers, yeah, because we hang on to the wrong ones. Like the last couple of years of Wenger, we could have got Klopp. We could have got Guardiola. Yeah, we could have. When Klopp came to the Premier League,
I agree
Klopp
with you. I know.
the
I was
manager that he
upset. We
was.
should have got Klopp. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Klopp wasn't the manager. They took a risk with Klopp because Klopp did really well in Germany, but he was still a novice. He wasn't a world-class manager. Nobody was saying he was a world-class manager. All the biggest clubs in the world weren't necessarily saying, yeah, he's top of the list. So when Liverpool got him, Arsenal could have got him if we actually was ambitious and matched what he wanted and got rid of Wenger. But we didn't. And I'm kind of tired of us allowing good players going to teams like Leicester that are not as good and then becoming worldies. Better managers like Pochettino, like Conte going to Tottenham. We should be getting these types of managers. You know what I mean? I think nowadays the most important signing you can do is a manager, because if you get that wrong, look at Man United. They've got a team that should be competing, but they dropped off because their manager's not good enough. He got beat by Unai Emery, a Villarreal team that in every position, Ole had better players, superior players in every position in that final. What lost him that is the fact that the manager's dead. Arteta's dead. He's not good enough. He isn't good enough. And it's nothing personal. You got to look at the level of Pep and Klopp. You really think this guy's gonna outdo them? Even Tuchel, a manager that's won things, yeah, won the Champions League with a squad that isn't his. He didn't need a process. He didn't need a youth project. He come in and he won it. And a lot of their players are young, because you've made the point about young players. Their players are young. It doesn't matter if you cost 60 mil, 70 mil. You're still a young player. And they got a lot of pressure. And it's probably more pressure playing for Chelsea because they're more ruthless than Arsenal. So at the end of the day, why can they do that? But with Arteta, we're getting 8th and 8th. Why did we sack Wenger then? Because Wenger was past it. But why is Wenger, even a washed up Wenger, is better than this manager? It's true. He never finished 8th, bro.
No, I know, I agree. Arteta, I haven't think, but I'm saying this season, I say give him to the end of the season. They're not going to sack him, right? If he finishes 8th this season, then it will. I think a lot of fans, it will cause an eruption. I think they will get rid of him. They're not going to give him, like, what they're talking about. They're saying, I don't know if it's true. Rumors are saying now he's going to get another, what is it, like another 60 million in the January to buy a striker?
Yeah.
If that's the case, if they give him 340 million and he finishes 8th again, it's not good for business. It ain't even good for the Cronkies. I think they will get rid of him if he does. But if he finishes like 6th, I think they'll keep him. If he finishes in the top 4, they'll definitely keep him.
And that just shows.
Yeah, but if he gets, say for instance, look, if he gets into the top 4, he deserves another season.
I don't think he does, because he's been underachieving for 2 seasons. No, come on. You can't say, the Arsenal Football Club, as a fan, you can't say, oh, my club is the 3rd biggest in the country, finishing 8th and 8th, I'll give him another season. Nah, bro. Like, at the end of the day, Lampard was given money, When you're given a lot of money, more than the majority of the teams in this league, there's expectations. This manager's almost hitting 300 mil, and we're saying what? Give him more money. How much money can you fix it?
But the reality is, we know as Arsenal fans, all right, we ain't won a league for a long time. We know as Arsenal fans, the reality is we ain't been in the Champions League for a long time. So that's the reality. If we get back in the top four, that's an achievement within himself. Like, whoa, he's overachieved as a manager because everyone's expecting to finish 8th or 9th. So if he do finish top 4, he's overachieved as a manager. So he deserves that one more season at the club.
No, because people are only accepting this because this club is now telling people that that is an achievement. It's not an achievement. It's not an achievement at this club.
No, but
At the end of the day, I'm sorry,
go on.
but people need to up their standards, yeah? The reason that we say we're the third biggest club is not because of how many times you finish in the top 4. It's about how many trophies we won, yeah? And if you want to get back there, you need to be ruthless. One thing we can both agree, this club has not been ruthless, and it's led to now 18 years.
Yeah.
18 years with us not winning the league. So if we keep on with, let's just keep it going, keep it. No, not good enough. You get fired. It's called ambition. When I saw Norwich get rid of their manager, I thought, you know what? At least they got some ambition. When I saw Aston Villa get rid of Dean Smith, I thought, you know what? Got some flipping ambition, man. That's what it's about. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not about sticking with the guy because he got 4th. I don't give a crap. You get more money the most, and you got a better team the most.
But our owners, and that's the thing. It's like, you know and I know, our owners ain't gonna sack him. Even though some owners are saying he do spend money and they defend him by spending money. Doesn't matter. They can spend all the money in the world. If the right people ain't there to spend that money, then it doesn't make a difference. They could put billions in. You need the right people to spend that money to bring the right people in.
Yeah, but whether they act on it or they don't, bro, like at the end of the day, I'm going to still spit the facts, and the facts is it's not good enough and he should be fired. I'm not going to say, well, because they won't act on it, I'm just going to accept it. That's why they do this. And that's why they do it, because the fans accept it. Because the fans accept it. The fans go, they're not going to do nothing. Well, it's all right. Well, they only want to get top 4. Well, I don't care. Because we're going to be here as fans when they're long gone and they're fed up of Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, bro, we've seen it with Man United and we're seeing it with ourselves. It's so easy and fast to fall off being the best and being a team that competes. And it's so hard working back up because people accept mediocrity. When we grew up, Man United fans would never accept, when they had Fergie, they would never accept finishing and being run the way they're being run now. But because their club is now selling it to them, a lot of fans are being complacent. And that's what's wrong. That is what's wrong with Arsenal fans, because they always want to look at the bright side. There is no bright side. It's 18 years without a trophy. How's that a bright side? Even competing. When's the last time we competed? The only other time we was competing was with Leicester, and then that idiot of a manager.
No, man, we didn't even compete that season, man. That season, if we would have bought a striker, we would have competed, won the league, and competed with Leicester. That season, we never competed with Leicester, man. They won the league, man. Yeah, when people
so is that good enough? Is my moaning not justified?
Yeah, but that was because of a certain old manager who was too stubborn to buy a striker. I think if Wenger would have bought a striker that year instead of just Peter Cech, we would have won the league.
But when did the fans apply pressure? Because when Man United stormed their pitch, they stormed their stadium, they applied pressure to the owners. When do Arsenal fans do that? No, Arsenal fans always want to look at the bright side. The bright side of us being clowns. During the bright side, everyone's looking at the bright side. Chelsea, a team that when I grew up, I never saw win anything major, have won 2 Champions Leagues. Leicester have got into the top 4. You know what I mean? Tottenham have got to a Champions League final. When's the last time we got to a Champions League final? Chelsea,
2006,
Tottenham will keep getting, we're getting Champions League football. They were finishing above us. So as everybody wants to be complacent, we're falling further and further behind. I've never in my life seen Arsenal finish 8th until this clown came in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not good enough, bro. Because if the owners are backing you, then it's your responsibility now to get us up the league. You've been backed, so now do the thing, innit?
But I'm saying, all right, for instance, all right, we got to look at the reality side of it. All right, you know and I know we ain't getting no Conte, we ain't getting no Ancelotti, we ain't getting no whatever big name manager out there, Allegri, all right? Because I think our board, they don't believe in all our, like you see what Cross Drunky said, I believe in youth. So young managers, young players, okay? Yeah. But I think what would turn them against Arteta, if they spend a lot of money and they see, we're in the same place we were 3 years ago. But then who'd you bring in? If say, for instance, okay, right now, this second, if they sack him, it don't make sense. Because who are you going to bring in?
Okay, I'll give you two managers you can go get. First of all, right now, most managers get bought up out of their contracts. So just like players. So buy them out their contract. It's cheaper to get a manager in than to get a world-class player in. So get a world-class manager and play the 25 mil, 30 mil to release him for the contract. You can go get Ten Hag. Also at Sport in Lisbon, there's a manager called Ruben Amorim. He's just
Amorim,
won the
yeah.
double with Sporting. Go and get him. There's no way he'll reject us if we go in and get him. Go get them, because there's managers out there. And do you remember when Tottenham? This is what I'm saying. This is how I know that Arsenal and Man United don't care about winning. Do you remember when Tottenham first approached Conte? He rejected them because they weren't giving him what he wanted. They came in for the second time when things were going really bad with Nuno, and that's why they got him, because they matched his ambition. So if a world-class manager can go to Tottenham, a team that doesn't historically win big things, no one can't tell me that we can't attract a big manager. The only reason they're not coming here is because they've seen what the club is like, and they've seen that they don't care about winning. There's no pressure. There's no organization. It's a joke. Edu, Vinay, all of them. They don't care about winning. What they care about is merch, like we bought out against Leeds. Yeah, selling merch at Christmas time. That's what they care about. And doing a song and dance when we get party. Yeah? How about run the club properly? Go get Ivan Toney. Go get flipping Patson Daka. Go get young players like that. Go get players that actually have some credentials. I don't care about getting young players, but get players that are established, that actually have something to their name. And stop spinning this PR BS. Because when Arteta first come in here, it wasn't a youth project, was it? He was getting Willian. Why do you get Willian if it's a youth project? Because
I don't think that was nothing to do with him, no, innit? They say that was nothing to do with him.
They say they talk to each other. They say that they communicate about what players to get. So that's what they be telling us.
But apparently,
man. Arsenal fans need to raise the standards, bro, because this is why we just become serial losers, serial laughing stocks. And at the end of the day, we have the right to be laughed at because we're not ambitious. Because once you start being ambitious, nobody can clown you. We don't have the right to win the league, bro. But I should see my team in going up to win the title.
But we're like, to be honest, we're nowhere near challenging for the title. Nowhere near it.
And why is that?
Our owners ain't interested, to be honest with you.
But our fans aren't interested. Where's the pressure from the fans? I went to a protest one time outside the pitch. 95% of all the fans were going in the stadium. They didn't care about protesting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? What happened to when they were trying to take football away from us and do this Super League? Everyone's forgotten about that, yeah? Everyone's forgotten about that.
But do you know what? I'll be honest with you. It's like with the fans, even when Wenger was there was only one guy speaking out against it, and that was Turkish. Do you know Turkish? He's real. Like,
I linked up with him at the protest. That's the first time.
He was the only one. Like, and it's sad, and like, it's sad. Like, old Turkish was like trying to get people these things, and then everything Turkish predicted has happened. Like, so fans, if they want to support the bank of Cronky by using Arsenal's merchandise and buying tops and they're releasing new tops every Christmas, everything. That's the fans' problem. Like the fans, like, really. I agree with some fans got no ambition. I just want Arsenal to win at the end of the day, and I know they're going to sack him. So I just hope that he does well, just for the sake of him doing well and for the fans to get something out of it. Like, I'm happy with in the semi-finals of the cup. I'm happy now with top 4, but I hope he can continue it. I hope he really does. I hope he can go on and just do something good. I hope he can deliver something for Arsenal. Because at the end of the day, you've got someone upstairs who don't care. It's not really. Everyone blames Mikel Arteta. Obviously, he makes a lot of mistakes, but is it really like the Cronkies? Like, everyone gives Arteta a hard time. Like, I see a lot of everyone. Arteta. It only takes Josh Kroenke to turn around and say you're not good enough. I'm bringing in a man. That's all it takes. Think of it like, and like, I was watching a show with you saying the other day that Josh Kroenke said, like, you said it, and I think Lee said it. I was watching. He watches. Is it media? The social media?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you got fans saying we love Arteta, we love this and that, and he's reading it, he's getting gassed up.
Yeah.
So they're never going to get rid of him by that. But
yeah, I hear what you're saying, but ultimately, bro, like, look at the owners at Liverpool. They don't even back Klopp. This is a manager that's a world-class manager that's won them how much? Like, won them a Champions League, won them a league, and he's not getting back. So even though the owners aren't really doing their bit, Arsenal Football Club have spent more money than Liverpool have. Look at their team. Look at our team. Even though they got incompetent owners, the manager's still world-class, and the manager's still doing bits. So if the manager's good enough, it's kind of null and void about the ownership. because Klopp ain't got good owners. Klopp doesn't get back that team. Yeah, apart from their starting lineup, they're very, very thin because he's not being backed financially the way he should be. Yet he's competing with a team like Man City that can buy 60 mil fullbacks if they don't work, a new keeper if they don't work, like it's nothing. So why can't we at Arsenal? Exactly. Get a world-class manager and it won't matter about the owner because we already spend the money and we're doing crap. We're the third biggest spenders. We spend more than Liverpool.
But yes, okay, but all right. You gotta give. All right, listen. I know, like, obviously, I know. I've been watching the videos for weeks and ages, and I know you're Arteta out, bro. And I know you can't stand it. And I know if you had a choice to shoot Arteta and maybe the world's most famous terrorist, you're shooting Arteta. I know that, bro. I know that. But I'll say, do you think that he's walked in like? In a way, like he walked into a club, all right, when you had we had a lot of issues. It was like, for instance, we had like Mustafi there, like Kalashnikov still there, but like we had people like Ozil there, but Ozil was world class when he was on his day, and he walked into a team like that had like Bellerin and deadwood players like Chambers, but Bellerin used to play.
Yeah,
him,
but
so
what did Klopp walk into?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Klopp. Yeah,
well then, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Klopp's a top manager, isn't he? Arteta's a novice, isn't he? So
and that's why he needs to leave. You've answered my question. That's why he needs to leave because he's not a top manager.
But
that's the point.
I say the novice is learning on his job. That's what I call him, isn't he? He's learning on his job, bro. So and they're not going to sack him, bro. So you might as well like, yeah, whatever. No, football in terms, like I think he's doing okay. Like whoever comes in, like next manager. Say if they do get rid of him, all right, no offense, they get rid of him. At least you can give him at least Arteta deserves a bit of credit. I don't care if people hate him, can't stand him. Then at least he's got a foundation. He's found a nice defense. He's balanced the middle. He's got good youngsters. So whoever comes in, say for instance, like I know they will. They're not. He ain't going to be there forever. They will not. I personally think Arsenal. There will be someone upstairs who'll be saying, "Yo, listen, enough's enough." There's a manager available in like next a year today. People like after the World Cup, you know, there'd be like managers available like Luis Enrique, Mancini, and if he ain't cutting it, there should be someone saying now's our chance to go and get someone like Luis Enrique because Luis Enrique, I think he'd be awesome for Arsenal.
Our chance, we already missed the chance, bro. This ownership don't care about winning. You can see that we had Conte. We could have got Conte. Us and Man United.
I'd rather Enrique. I'd rather Luis Enrique.
Why is that?
I think look at what he's doing in Spain and what he's done at Barcelona, and he done it with like a lot of like he had personal proper problems like with his daughter, and you know his thought was fighting for the life, and he went on and he still won the Champions League, and he said to Barcelona, I can't continue this. My head's not in the right place. So you gotta like I respect him, you know, like he's done it through a tough time of his own life, like so. Luis Enrique would be ideal.
We will see. Oregon Guna says should have kept Mislintat for recruitment. I agree. I do agree that we should have kept him. But you know, with Arsenal,
I don't agree.
We don't know what we're doing.
No, man. Who did he sign? Obanyan, who was recognised. He gave us Mustafi. Come on, man.
Didn't he get Guendouzi? Guendouzi was around the time, and Martinelli was around the time he was here.
Did he? No, Martinelli was Edu signing. They're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Eddie just trying to keep his job in it, saying that it was him so he can keep his job in it, justify his wages and that.
You don't like Edu, is it?
Nah, he's a clown, man. He's a clown. Man, one time he was on there, he goes, me and Arteta believe, and I'm like, man, shut up, man. You're chatting rubbish, man. Like, just shut up, bro. But anyway.
No, but you know, I respect. You know, I'll be honest with you. Like I was saying to some people, bro, yo, because of these, like obviously, a lot of people say, oh, too much negative. No, it's like it's not negativity. It's their opinion, but sometimes it is a fact. They want to see Arsenal win the league. They want to see people saying, "Oh, well, they're not real fans." That's bull. I don't agree with that rubbish when people say that because people want Arteta out and they don't agree with what's going on with the club. It doesn't. They're real fans, like people who support him. You know, it's just they don't agree, and it's entirely up to them. Well, they're entitled to their opinion. And it's entirely up to them for that. Their fact.
Everyone's a real fan, innit? It's just some fans like mediocrity and like excuses towards mediocrity, and other fans have a different mindset, a winning mindset. And the type of mindset, the
Someone
type
agrees
of
with me about
mindset that led
everything.
us to win to be invincible. Yeah, if they said, "Oh, let's just get top four would be great," do you think they would have been invincible? 98 winning the double. Do you think we would
Yeah,
have flipping won the double as well with the mindset of let's just be top four, let's just be part of it, and that will be okay? Like, these people just talk was in it. Like, at the end of the day, don't be reminding people about invincibles when you ain't got an invincible mindset in it. Why don't you change your
yeah. No,
mindset and
I
want to
grew
win?
up like you know after the 8-2 at Man United and the 6-0 and the 10-2 and aggregate against Bayern Munich, I was invincible. I grew up with all that. What am I talking about the past? But now we're just the beating boys, bro. You
Bruv,
know,
it
and
is what
Bayern
it
Munich.
is, isn't it, bro? But we move on. We move on. We've spoken enough about that. But Aubameyang, what do you make about Aubameyang? Do you think he'll play for Norwich? Do you think he'll be back
You know
in, or
what?
what
Because
do you think?
I done a video about Banyan, and it's like I watched your opinion. I watched everyone's. I think Arteta had the balls to drop him. I give him credit when it's due. He had the balls to drop him. But some fans are like, don't drop Banyan. Why? Oh well, he sends us like good photographs on Instagram. Hey, I'll punto Rafalu, you know what I'm saying, bro? Send bro, I wanted to send those goals on the pitch, man. I want him to what's it called? Like I want him to what's it called? Like put the ball in the net. I don't want no photographs of him in his Lamborghinis. I ain't driving a Lamborghini. No, none of the fans are driving a Lamborghini. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that's how
think
it is here,
they
bro.
calls
This
him
is
a
how it
coolest
is.
captain. Like, come on, bro. I want a captain like Vieira, bro. Jamie, like
I just
Tony.
don't care in it. If you're not doing it, go to the bench in it. Like, I don't have no
Yeah.
favorites. I think too much at Arsenal. There's favorites in it. Saka's a
It's because of
favorite.
social media, bro. I'm telling you, because when you hear people saying that he shouldn't get dropped because he's good with social media and he interacts with fans on social media, I don't care about him interacting with fans on social media, bro. Put the ball in the net. I got to
Nah,
travel
I
3
agree.
hours to watch him miss sitters.
Yeah. Nah, I agree with you. I agree with you. No one cares in it. Like
I
people,
don't
I
care
don't
about all
care
that
with
rubbish,
people.
bro.
Like you only like Aubameyang, yeah, because he was the one for a long time, yeah.
100%.
He for a long time was scoring all our goals, innit? So don't change the narrative now. It's about his social media. It's not about the social media, innit? You like him
Yeah.
because he was a baller, innit? And he's good at scoring goals, innit? So when he's not doing that, then judge him for that and tell him he needs to go to the bench, innit? Like you wouldn't be on his Instagram, you wouldn't be on his social media if he wasn't a great player. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't see people going on Cedric's social media. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they don't rate him like that. Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
rate Cedric, bro.
But the majority of Arsenal fans don't rate him that
No,
highly.
I rate
They'll
him.
rather
He
be
plays
on
it.
Saka's one or Smith Rowe,
No,
or do you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
I
yo,
rate
like I
Cedric.
hate all this social media thing is irrelevant. I don't care if you do no social media. If you're doing 10-10 performances or 9 out of 10 performances, that's all I care about. Because guess what? You get paid to play football. You don't get paid to be posting. So I agree with you, bro. Like I can't. I'm
Yeah.
sick of all of this.
What would you rather? I'll put a question to you now, bro. What would you rather? A captain who'll come over to you with a league title in his hand saying, "This is for you," or a captain taking a snap saying, "Look what I got, fans." These puntos don't listen, bro. I'm telling you, I was so vexed when I seen it. I said, "Come on, bro.
We
It's like
got
it's
DJ.
football."
We got Fury DJ here saying Pepe played well yesterday. Yeah, we spoke about it. I don't know if you was watching it earlier on, but we did speak about it.
I said, "Look, I said
Fuad was cussing Pepe. I said he was man of the match.
Pepe played well, but he's just lazy." I said, yeah, that's Cedric. Cedric's quality. I rate him. You know what it is with Cedric? It's because obviously the brother from is doing well. We bought this year from Tamiyasu's doing well, but Cedric's still a top player. If he wasn't top, the man won something for Portugal. You know that's it. Like that he's a top player.
No, he's a
And I
good
know he
player.
can,
He's just not one of Mikel Arteta's favourites, so he doesn't get
yeah,
seen
that's
that
it.
much. You know what I
He's
mean?
a
Like my
top
boy
player.
Pepe. But yeah, he said Pepe scored and played 3 assists. Yeah. That's what I was saying. But Fuad, I don't know what he's got, man. I'm telling you, I don't know. Maybe Arteta's his
No,
boy. He's got it out for Pepe.
no. I like Pepe, bro. I told you I love Pepe, bro. It's just like I just find it sometimes frustrating. I think, bro, run back and win the ball back. That's all, bro. But me, I'll be honest with you, because whoever sits in the hot seat, I back. If they sack Arteta and they bring in say for instance, I got it wrong. I said to people, if they sack Arteta, they'll bring Eddie Howe, but Eddie Howe's at Newcastle, so that ain't happening.
Love Arsenal, hate Cronky says, blasphemous, Pepe lazy, tut tut tut. Bro, you're getting it, bro. They're not happy with your comments about Pepe around here. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen, I'm entitled to my opinion. It doesn't mean I'm right, bro. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just giving an opinion, bro. It's not a fact. It's just an opinion. That's what I'm
But
doing.
I don't know, man. Maybe we might see him. I'd love to see Pepe playing as well. Minutes.
Nah, he will.
against Norwich.
On a real note, I don't think he will come back into the team. There'll be somewhere down the line, he will be back in our team. Honestly, I think he will, North. I can't see Pepe sitting on the bench. And I can't see Arsenal selling him. You think of it, all right? Regardless, there's someone upstairs. Like, I think, with the Martinelli situation, this is my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying it's just my opinion. I think someone come upstairs and said, I think when Josh Kroenke was around in London, I think someone, or maybe Edu, because they said Edu and Arteta had a fallout. My opinion is, I think someone like Edu turned around and said, Pepe's not Martinelli is not good enough to play for your team. But then when you got the likes of Liverpool scouting around him and likes of Chelsea, but he's good enough to go and play for the team that's challenging for the title, I think that might put pressure on Arteta to play him. But I don't. That's my opinion. Like, someone upstairs might have put pressure on him to play. I'm not saying he's right, but for them just to keep playing Pepe, Martinelli, and bring him into the team, it might have been pressure from upstairs.
Yeah,
because he got his favourites. Regardless, he got his favourites. It's like, and the proof is, people say, "Bring me a fact." Fact is, when Xhaka come off injury, he's straight in the team. Xhaka didn't. He comes straight off injury, come off the injury room. Had 2 senior sessions, he's back in the team. So there goes to show Diaz got his favourites. Xhaka's his favourite. So people might not agree with me. People might think, oh, you're waffling. People might think you're lying. But that's my opinion. I think Xhaka is one of his favourites.
No, he's definitely one of his favourites. He can't do no wrong here. You can't do no wrong when it comes to him, man. Literally, like, can't do no wrong. But
yeah.
It is what it is, man. I mean, what are you expecting against Norwich? We've, some of the stats of their players. Pookie's got 5 goals. That's their highest top goal scorer this season.
Oh, no, we should beat Norwich.
They don't really have any strong creative outlet this season. They got Max Aarons on 1 assist. They got Billy Gilmore on 1 assist. You know what I mean? It's not looking too good, man. They ain't really looking too good for them. Like, only 5 goals for Pookie, like, and then Hanley and Norman are both on 1 goal each. Like, shocking.
No, we'll batter Norwich. We should beat Norwich. If we don't beat Norwich, then
Arsenal saved again. Everybody that's pro this manager we're saved again. He's the man again.
No. I back him, but listen, I'm not deluded. I know he makes a lot of mistakes. Like, I'll tell you one mistake he made is, like, when he brought in. I'll go back to Willian. Like, how can you buy Willian, who's a dead Chelsea player, like, overaged, got his bus pass, ready to move on, and Arsenal won't sign him? Do you get me, Kurt? Overaged, and you got a 72 million in Pepe, who's much better than him, got much better ability in him, and can't get on the pitch. That is a sackable offence.
Trust me, there's been loads of sackable offences.
But I'll say this the other day. I said to one of my friends, I said, in Arsenal, they'll sack him when he's doing good.
I don't think this manager's going to get sacked, bro. Like, when I saw them, I've just seen too much. The amount of money that he's been given. Remember, Unai Emery wasn't backed, and he got 5th. He wanted Zaha. I think he wanted Partey a lot earlier. He wanted to get we didn't get Partey under him. Do you know what I mean? And you see that the treatment of Emery was very different to the treatment of Unai Emery.
But this is carry on, carry on.
Yeah, to the treatment of Unai Emery, is very different to Arteta. You know what I mean? Like, Emery got us to a final and got us 5th and get sacked. When you look at that in hindsight, even though he wasn't good enough, I didn't think he was doing good enough. It's harsh, because how can you justify backing this guy? How can you justify that? How can you say 5th is failure and get into a Europa League? This guy's not even got us back competing in the European competition. He got us out of it. We're out of all European competition, and he's got eighth and eighth. And
I
it's
can't
still a
defend that. Yeah.
debate. It's still a debate whether he's good
Uh,
enough or not.
no,
Like,
no. Do you know what? I'm not. I can't defend that what you just said. But I'm just gonna wait till the end of the season and see. With Emery though, you got to bear in mind though, Emery, the players let him down too. You know, the players didn't play for him. You know, when he got to the final, like he come out and said in an interview, he said to the players, "I don't need to motivate you in the final." He says, "You are Lacazette sulking like a baby. You are the Banyan sulking on the pitch in the final." When Chelsea thumped us 4-0, Ozil couldn't, and Torreira was couldn't. Like Torreira was the only one who tried, and he started crying after the game.
but here
So
we go.
Emery,
We've got here Emery wanted Nkunku and Fabinho, okay, and Partey, but he got Ceballos and Torreira. There we go. Do you know what I'm saying? And there was no sympathy there. Everyone's crying every time Arteta's under pressure. Oh, we need this. Oh, we need that. Where would you say, to wrap up? Where what do you think is acceptable this season for Arteta? What would you say you'd give him another go? And then I'll answer it.
I'll say this, all right. Get in the top 4, bring in experienced players, and next year you got a challenge for the title.
Okay.
But bring in a good, bring in. But if he doesn't finish 4th, they finishes 8th. There is only one way for him, bro. The door.
Yeah, for me, even if he gets top 4, I want him out. Because guess what? He ain't gonna win the league, and I want to win the league. That's what I want to do. I want to win the league. I want to be like Liverpool,
100%.
That's what I want. I think
we got to start somewhere, innit? We got to be real, all right? If he gets us in the top 4, be real now. If he gets us in the top 4,
I am being real.
If he gets us in the top 4 and he brings in players and he don't challenge and you give him one season challenge for the title from the start, he can't be losing against teams like, even if it's Man City opening game, you got to go at him.
Even if he gets top 4, and I'll tell you why. Ole got in the top 4. Ole got 3rd. You know what I mean? Ole was up there, yeah? And where did that lead? Because ultimately, we've seen enough that managerially, you're not good enough. And Ole got bare money. And Ole took over a better squad than Arteta. So at the end of the day, I've seen this before. They didn't react. Ole did create a better squad within Man United than he inherited. But they should have cut ties once Conte was available. He should have never been given the job in the first place. He's not good enough. He doesn't have the credentials. And Ole had more credentials than Arteta does. Arteta's never even had a managerial job, let alone this being his second job.
I think, my opinion is I think Arteta's better than Ole.
I don't think so.
I think he's much better.
I don't think so. I don't think
so. I know you're saying, Ole this, Ole that. But Ole wasn't put there because he wanted to be there. Ole was put there because Alex Ferguson put him there, and Alex Ferguson was calling the shots. That's how I see it.
Well, then that's a big problem, innit? If that's true, then that's a big problem, innit? Like,
Ole ain't no manager, but with Arteta.
But neither is Arteta, though. Like, you can't call out Ole without calling out Arteta. Like, what is?
Yeah, Arteta wants. But okay, look. Arteta won something. He won the FA Cup with the worst squad, worst of players. We were
winning FA Cups in the last 5 years of Arsene Wenger's demise. So what?
Yeah, but for a young manager to win in his first season and he beat fair dues, he beat Chelsea in the final and he beat Manchester City. That you got to give it a bit of edge over Ole.
Because you finished 8th. No, your league position is your bread and butter. No.
Yeah, but like, I'm saying now.
Look, you can't give him. I'm sorry, I'm not having this props for Arteta. Yeah, because there was no props for Arsene Wenger when he got 5th and won an FA Cup. So why am I going to give this guy props when he gets an FA Cup and 8th?
Arsene Wenger, see, with Arsene Wenger, it's a whole different thing. Arsene Wenger overstayed his welcome.
Yeah, but you can't change the goalpost. You can't say, "Oh, Arsene Wenger, you're a failure at 5th."
But
even though he was past it, I'm not trying to say I wanted him. I wanted him gone. What I'm saying is, the judgment is inconsistent. You can't tell. You can't tell somebody finishing 5th is failure. Emery finishing 5th is failure, and he got to a European final is failure. But it's stay in your job at 8th and 8th. Nah, bro, no, you're regressing.
But
you're regressing.
Yeah, but with Arteta though, look what he walked into though. That's the difference. All he walked into a team like I tell you, Arteta walked into a market, Peckham market, and Ollie walked into like, yo, I'm in Harrods.
Yeah, and rightfully so, Ole got sacked. So rightfully so, this manager should get sacked. Who
Yeah, but-
cares? Ranieri won the league, yeah, with Leicester City. Did they hold on to, oh, but last season you won us the league? No, they saw you ain't doing good enough, sacked. So if he can get sacked at Leicester, yeah, for the betterment of their team, why can't this guy get it? I'm sick of all this FA Cup. Bun that. There's been managers that have won leagues and then underperform next season. They get sacked. So why does this guy stay here? Nah, I'm sorry, bro. Like, nah. Less of that. It's more harsh sacking Ranieri after winning you a league that you never even expected to be in a race for, let alone win, than this guy winning an FA Cup that we were winning before you even got here. And we were declining. Like, what's man? Like, come on, bro. Like, nah, that chat can't run for me. Nah, B.
No,
And then
you're
I'm seeing other teams underachieve. I'm yet to see us overachieve. I'm seeing teams overachieve. West
I
Ham
feel, yeah, but I
overachieve.
think, honest to God, like, all right, the way I like the way, like, okay, I know what you just said, but if you do finish top four, Arteta's overachieved. If
No,
he
he ain't.
finishes top four,
No, he ain't, because he's been underachieving. No, he's not. He's overachieving if he starts
but for a man,
for the league.
for a man, all right, who finished 8th or Europe 2 years in a row to get us back into the biggest competition in the world, that's an achievement himself for
Not
him,
for me.
anyway.
Not for me. Not for me.
No, but
Because this team ain't
because
dead.
he's that no, but
This
you're
team
saying
ain't
he's
dead,
that,
bro. This team is not dead. This team is a good team. It's
yeah,
not
I
a
know,
world-class team, but it's a good team. So he's
it's a
got the
team he's
team. He just
built.
needs to fix up.
But at the same time, North, it's a team he's built. So if he built this team, he finished 8th, twice 2 years in a row. Then he takes it into the biggest competition in the world. Then the fact of the matter is, he's overachieved.
No, he's
You think of it,
overachieved compared to his standards.
he went
Because his
from
standards
being
are
no
in the
European
gutter.
football, from no European football, from just finishing 8th, standard procedure in the league, just a standard place, to being back in the biggest competition in the world. So if that's that term is overachieving,
No, because I don't feel like this team should be 8th in the first place. So it's underachieved. Overachieving is being in the title race. Being
title
in the top
race,
5, top 4,
but
to me is not
realistically,
overachievement,
everyone
because you've got the squad there. You've got the majority of the squad to do that.
but our squad,
West Ham can be challenging. Man can't tell me that we can't be challenging. We got a better squad.
But
than
West Ham ain't challenging nothing, bro. West Ham are going to finish 7th or 8th or 10th this season.
Yeah, cool.
Yo,
because while we've been snobby like that, we've seen Leicester overtake us, Tottenham overtake us.
But I think,
you know what I'm saying. West Ham have been playing better than us overall. They've overtaken us. Best believe we still got games. There's games in hand for the team around us. So
I don't believe, you know what, you got to win
fake.
them games. You got to win them games. See, so them games in hand, to me, I'm not
not having other teams overachieve, and my club doesn't overachieve, and then
no. But I'm saying we got to start.
We
got to start somewhere, innit? We got to start somewhere. Like they got to start somewhere. You can't, like, if we just.
To be fair, if you're saying that, Emery didn't have a lot of these players. Emery.
No, I was against Emery.
Emery didn't have Partey.
But
Emery didn't have a lot of these players, bro.
But I felt sorry for Emery because it was the same bunch that sacked him. So, like, for instance, Unai, it was the same players who turned against Wenger towards the end of his career. Like, they turned against Wenger. These are the same players, Banyan, Lacazette, Mustafi, Kalashina, all these players, Bellerin, they turned against Emery. You know, they used to take the mick out of him, like, because he couldn't speak good English.
But that's to my point, bro. He didn't
with
have.
This guy,
he had Monreal and Mustafi and all these dead players, yeah, that he had to play, yeah. This manager has got a completely new defense. The midfield has been changed by him. Do you know what I'm saying? The only thing he ain't really changed is a striker. You know what I mean? And he hasn't really bought.
But he has you got to give him a bit of credit.
He's changed a big portion of this team. This team is not the same team that went to the Europa League final, yeah. And Emery got 5th with them. That was an inferior side to this side. That is what you're overachieving. Not this guy that spent almost 300 mil on from that and has Partey and has players like this and a new back line and all these players, 50 mil on Ben White, the guy that you rate.
Listen,
and this guy can't get top 4.
But I'm not blaming. See, the thing is, the fact is, Emery's not to blame. It was the players who didn't play for him. All Arsenal fans could turn around and say, "Oh yeah, we got rid of," but it was the players who got rid of Emery. And that's why I think the board, what they're trying to do is like, the board are trying to say, oh, we got rid of Emery, we got rid of the thing. No, we'd rather get rid of you guys and bring a thing and see what he can do. So if the board are coming with that mentality, then if the board's coming with that mentality, in a way, they're starting to think, well, these players are taking a mick. So look what they did to Emery. Emery got him to a final, bro, and they turned on him. These players. So the board are thinking, it ain't,
I agree with what you're saying. What
it's not,
I
it's
was
not like
trying to
it's.
say
I
is
really
the
it's an
achievement of
achievement,
Emery
yeah.
with inferior players to get in the top five is an achievement because he didn't have he didn't have the squad to get in there. This manager has a superior team, so for him to get top five or top four is not an overachievement because Emery did it with an inferior team. That is what I'm saying.
No, but
It's not a big achievement. It's not.
Emery's a better man. Look, Emery's a bad boy manager, regardless. He's rated all around the world in management. But for some reason, the Arsenal board never seen that in him. And the thing is, Arsenal fans are the same fans who loved Emery now, who loving him, the ones who turned on him. You don't tell me, you got to be real. Like, Emery out, get him out. Oh, get him out. It's the same. I know they're all like, bring him back. You guys used to rip into him, man. I used to feel sorry for the guy, bro.
Yeah. The good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Nah, it's so love. But listen, Fuad, man. What's your prediction for the Norwich? What's your score prediction?
Because my predictions are always crazy. You ready for it, cuz?
Yeah, go on.
5-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, we should. They're bottom of the league. We should. We smashed up Leeds. I agree with you.
5-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm going with the same. 5-0 Arsenal. And
yes, my brother.
on that bombshell, Prince Fuad, thanks so much for coming on.
It's been a pleasure.
Do you want to plug your channel? What's your channel name? You got a channel, innit?
Yeah, Prince Fuad. There it is. Yeah.
That's it. So people go subscribe, go support. And just like Fuad, if anybody wants to come on, we can organize something. I'm not feeling too well, so yeah, maybe not this week. But
I've the holiday festive, man. I have a holiday festive. Then after Boxing Day, just start going back. You need a break from this, bro. It gives you a headache, man. Too much social media, bro.
Trust me, like I'm not used to being online. I'm not really even online like that. Even on my Instagram, I don't even like put pictures up. So doing a YouTube thing is mad, isn't it? Because I really feel like I'm putting myself out there.
You're smashing it, man. You're doing wicked, bro. You're doing good, man. And you know what, bro? To be honest with you, I love this. I like you doing a Lee show because the energy you showed. Get this mother out the club, man.
And it comes out like, you know what? Away from Arsenal, I'm quite happy. Like I'm not miserable. Do you know what I'm saying? When it comes to Arsenal, like they've disappointed me for so many years that you look online because people only see me when I'm talking about Arsenal. It can look like I'm miserable, but I'm actually not. It's this club, bruv. Like it is what it is.
Seriously, you know what I tell people? Arsenal is like a woman who'd want to be with you.
Yeah,
that's Arsenal, bro. You know what? I'm telling you, bro. Like I have my jeans, I put my top on. I even put Tommy Elf. I even put my spray on. I go out of the game, bro. That's my date. I come home, they get battered, thumped like 4-0, 3-2, 2-0, 2-1. Like, do you want to lose against like Burnleys and all that? You're like, we're done. And you go running back. We're done. We need counseling, bro.
Nah, but listen, man, love for coming on, Fuad.
Anytime,
and you're always welcome, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Sorry about I completely forgot. That's a hard thing. You know, like when you're trying to do YouTube and you got a full-time job, it's hard. Like, it's hard. Like, you're tired, you're working bare, it's Christmas time, it's just like, rah. But love for coming on, bro. And
anytime, bro. We'll do another one in New Year, man. New Year, I'll jump on with you again, no problem, bro.
Yeah, no, we'll have these debates, man. It's been fun. I can't lie.
you need, like, you know, like, you gotta have these debates. Like, you gotta have someone else's opinion in it. If everyone was like a yes man, it'd be boring, innit?
No, it will be boring. To be honest, even
I know you're totally Arteta out, and I back him. So it's like it collides, innit? If you are just so like just saying to you, yeah, boss, yeah, boss, yeah, boss, yeah, boss, you'd be like, bro, what's this? A parrot, isn't it? Just repeat what I said.
No, it's more engaging, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
100%,
it's more of a debate. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I hope everyone that watches, everyone knows that, whether you agree with me or you don't, you can come have your opinion. I don't have, we're gonna debate it out, but you can come have your, come online. I don't think I'm the king of debates, but I have an opinion, and everybody else has an opinion, and the only thing we can see eye to eye is we all love Arsenal at the end of the day.
100%, brother. 100%, man.
It is
100%,
what
bro.
it is. Fuad, thank you so much for coming
All
on,
right,
bro.
bro. Nice
Guys,
one,
go
bro.
subscribe to Fuad's was it Prince Fuad TV? Make sure you
Yeah.
go support, and we're out. Love.
Love, bro. Respect, bro.
I'll take her out.